Today we give fine dining a make under.
Let's talk about that.
Good mythical summer.
Today we're gonna find out how good the most expensive meals made with the cheapest ingredients really taste, and vice versa. And a portion of today's episode is sponsored by Bright Cellars, but more on that later.
Now, we all know that expensive does not always mean best, right? I mean, I've had an amazing meal in an expensive sit-down restaurant, but I've also had an unforgettable steak in a diner on the side of the interstate.
Where exactly was that?
I don't remember. My point is, the relationship between ingredients and price and enjoyment can be a tangled web, and that's why we've crafted an experiment to create fancy dishes with only the cheapest ingredients and then compare them to cheap dishes that have been made with top shelf ingredients.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. It's time for expensive cheap versus cheap expensive. Which tastes great and which is downright offensive.
A few weeks ago, we posted a series of matchups matching expensive foods made cheap against cheap foods made expensive, and you voted on which ones you thought we would like better. You gotta be following us on Facebook and Instagram if you want to participate in this, if you want your voice to be heard.
Oh, you know how much you love participating in polls.
Now, the Mythical Kitcheneers have made these foods, and we're gonna taste and see if you know what kind of fancy we really are.
All right, last time we did this, you won. So you want to keep your winning streak alive this time, and just like last time, you will get a point for each round the majority of you guessed correctly, and if you get 3 or more points, we'll stroke your egos in Good Mythical more. But once again, if you don't get 3 right, we're gonna post a picture of us posing with a dirty mop on our Instagram, and you are gonna be forced to comment, "That's a mop, we're a flop."
Forced. Okay, let's let the fancy cheap feast chomping begin. All right, first up we have a classic Sloppy Joe created with the most expensive ingredients on the shelves. This expensive Sloppy Joe is called the Unkempt Joseph.
Unkempt. Okay.
It's a little unkempt.
You know, we're prone to do some light ribbing at Gordon Ramsay's expense, and by we I mean Josh.
Right.
He gives him a hard time. So this is a cheap spin on one of Ramsay's favorite dishes.
Oh, yeah.
Beef Wellington. We're calling it the Back Alley Ramsay.
Okay, so this is
You're gonna have to tell us.
Nicole, this is some gold on top of here, right?
It sure is. Those are some 24-karat gold-plated buns.
Is that the only thing that makes these fancy, or is there
No.
something to
Tell
the
us about
Sloppy
the
Joe?
meats.
There's so much more. There's some beautiful Wagyu ground beef in there. We use some fancy ketchup. We got imported onions from France.
Oh,
Isn't that fancy?
Oh, man.
And then also shishito peppers, Fresno peppers, and some expensive Worcestershire sauce as well.
I mean, I like our cheap Sloppy Joe, and so I love this. That's a good bite.
yeah. It's one of those times where, like, going ridiculously fancy, it seems like you've done it in a grounded way.
I feel like we could have done without the gold, but I understand the effect. It looks great on
All
camera.
over my fingers. Now this
You're gonna have to
Back
cut into
Alley
that.
Ramsay.
You're gonna have to cut into that one.
Oh, I thought those were like cut points,
I'll give you
but that's just like what, decorative slits?
So we used
Decorative
crescent
slits
dough.
is the official name.
That was
wanna-
my nickname in high school. So crescent dough is what we used.
Oh, Nicole! No, you didn't!
In fairness, though, it would
That was
not have made sense.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. No, that was really good
Hey.
for you. Really
Thank
good.
you.
Wow.
I'm
really,
learning.
really good. I'm learning.
I learned from the best.
Okay.
So I used
I learned from the
crescent
best
dough.
decorative slit on the internet.
Oh, gosh.
Nicole?
Would you like me to explain the dish now?
Yes.
Okay,
Keep
great.
going, yeah.
Great. So we got
You
crescent
do your
dough.
thing, we'll do ours. Like,
Okay,
see how
sounds
I'm
good.
talking?
Yeah.
I feel you, Nicole. I feel you so much right
Okay,
now.
thank you.
Nicole, what is this beef
Okay,
Wellington?
so we have crescent dough, we have yellow mustard, cream of mushroom soup instead of mushroom duxelles, some sliced ham, and a manager special steak.
Okay. Real cheap steak.
Yeah.
Huh. I can taste the cheapness. The meat is really giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
And the meat is kind of the star of the show on a beef Wellington.
This is nasty.
I mean, even though those slits are incredibly decorative,
Well, what about the price? Is the price, Nicole, something to consider?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah?
can get those, let me see where my paper is. You can get those sloppy joes for $37.55 for the two of them, or you can pay $4.50 for the beef Wellington.
$4.50.
I mean,
We can't. I mean,
This tastes
is
incredible.
This is just not. It didn't work.
you really did something here.
Were you correct? What did they vote?
72% of the mythical beasts thought that you would like the expensive sloppy Joe better.
Well, you
And we
know us
did.
so well.
You're so good.
Before we try our next delicious dish with dollar-swapped ingredients, this portion of today's episode is sponsored by Bright Cellars, the monthly wine subscription service that helps you discover the wine you love.
Yeah, now, this may come as a surprise to you, but I'm very picky, which is why I really love Bright Cellars, because not only is Bright Cellars great for someone like Rhett, who enjoys a wide range of wine, and pretty much a wide range of anything that he can consume.
True.
It's also great for someone like me who has what I'll call a refined palate.
Well, you can call it that. I won't, but you can call it that. Bright Cellars takes your specific taste preferences and uses them to curate a box of exciting new wine varietals from all over the world every month.
There's the box.
I'm always excited to open up a new box and try something that has been curated specifically for me.
Yeah, all you gotta do is take a quick and simple 7-question quiz that asks questions like, what's your favorite chocolate? And Bright Cellars gathers your taste preferences and delivers you wines that you're guaranteed to like.
Look at that, we got 2 stories of wine.
Oh,
And right here on the top story, this is something I'm excited about because I like a nice medium-bodied red. That's why I'm excited to try this Obscura Zinfandel. Now, I'll put it in
let
front
me
of your
see.
shirt because my black shirt is not showing it off very well.
It would obscure it?
Yeah, I don't want to obscure it too
Okay.
much. I bet you this would go, well, you know what? It's incredible, but I think I'd rather have it with a sloppy Joe than the beef Wellington that I just tasted.
Okay, yeah. Every bottle comes with handy education cards explaining the wine's origins, flavor notes, and pairing suggestions. This suggests it to be paired with Swedish meatballs with lingonberry jam and watching the evening news.
Oh, I enjoy my meatballs and my news every night.
Yeah, and with hundreds of wines being added every month, there's always something new to try and learn about.
And now, Bright Cellars is giving you 60% off your first 4-bottle box. Click the link in the description to get started with the Taste Palette quiz and to discover the wine you'll love.
Thanks again to Bright Cellars for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. And now, let's taste our next 2 cost-conscious creations. But they're cost-conscious in
different
extreme
ways. Yeah, so we got some super fancy mozzarella sticks that we're calling Twigs du Fromage, and some very cheap bacon-wrapped scallops that we're calling Dollar Store Surf and Turf.
Let's start with the cheese.
What makes it fancy, Nicole?
Well, let me tell you, Rhett. So it's full of stracciatella and burrata cheese. And then I put,
Stracciatella.
yes, and I formed those into a mold and I froze it. And then I dipped it in quail eggs, einkorn flour, and I made my own breadcrumbs out of toasted brioche bread. Do you love it?
Yeah, I
I can
mean,
tell.
I don't know how the fancy's not going to win every round. Because, I mean, I just got to say, I feel like we're fancy boys.
Did you dip it in the sauce?
Yes, we did.
Oh my gosh. It has heirloom tomatoes, garlic confit, and anchovies straight from Spain.
You picked the right cheese.
Thank you. And then those are bacon wrapped scallops.
Hey, y'all!
Yeah.
Now, is this the real scallops or is this the scallops that might be something else?
So these are real scallops, but I tried my absolute best to find the cheapest scallops I could find in the continental US, and I did it. And then we have pre-cooked microwave bacon wrapped around there and some salt and pepper. Very lean, very simple. Also, those are $3.
They're good.
Okay,
Thank you.
$3 versus...
And that's $46. Yeah.
Man,
This isn't bad.
I mean, you put those on a plate at a party,
Nobody's really gonna
I'll be at
complain.
that plate until the party's over.
And I think after you eat one of these at a party, and you're like, whoa, that is the best cheese stick I've ever had, or whatever you call it. But then you eat a second one and you're forgetting about it because you've been drinking too much.
Oh, you think this is overkill?
It's pearls to swine, buddy. So I think we should choose this.
It's-
but
it's-
it is
it's
really
su-
great.
It's good, but that's such a good deal, and it's not bad at all.
Blame it on the bacon.
62% of the mythical beasts thought that you would like the expensive mozzarella sticks
Well, we
better.
did.
Well, they are good.
Kinda.
I mean, I basically have finished one.
Yeah, it seems like we should have this flag over there, but you were wrong.
Yeah, you were still wrong.
Sorry. Now we have the expensive, fancified tuna salad sandwich versus cheap risotto, otherwise known as risotto pro bono.
Oh. Okay, this looks like
You don't get paid unless there's results.
Fancy
Or it's-
bread.
No, it just means it's free.
Yeah, that's fancy bread. We made our own champagne baguette.
Oh, I don't think we should eat the fancy first. It makes it even harder.
Yeah, let's start with the cheap. So how'd you do this pro bono?
So we took some dehydrated parboiled rice, used some creamy chicken raw meat packet seasoning, used dehydrated soup vegetables, off-brand margarine, and some shaker cheese.
Did you taste how bad this is?
It's bad? I love it. What are you talking about? Why don't you? What's wrong?
I
with
mean,
it?
it's just basically just, like a box of rice.
Yeah, pretty much. But isn't it like a little bit creamy, a little bit dreamy, a little bit soft?
This might be something.
Okay, never mind.
Might be great.
You really tried to sell that.
Like, put this at the bottom of an aquarium. It's the right color palette.
But change it every 6 weeks.
And then that tuna sandwich has Italian tuna conserva, truffle garlic aioli,
Oh my
that
God.
infused baguette, diced heirloom carrots, and some shaved pickled shallots over the top.
I'm kind of going to go at an angle here.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm not going to feel as stupid doing the same thing.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, lots of truffle in there. Tried to make it really expensive. It's a $56 sandwich, and the risotto was $1.90.
Well, that changes everything.
And this is $56. I should take another bite.
This is pretty incredible. I think we have to vote for it because this was just.
It was that rice was just bad. I mean, you really made it sound like it was going to be great when you said it was creamy and dreamy, which was my nickname in high school. Gotcha, Nicole.
Did you agree?
55%.
Very close.
Was close of the Mythical Beast thought you would like the cheap risotto better.
Ooh, ha ha ha!
This is a tough one.
Wrong again.
Because they thought risotto is. How could risotto go wrong?
Well, ask Nicole.
This is a cheap version of baked Alaska. Now, back in the 1800s, they would make this igloo-shaped dessert out of cake and ice cream, makes the dome, and then toasted meringue on the outside. Ooh. But this is a very cheap version, so we are calling it baked Alabama.
Oh, hey, Alabama shade.
And then over here, we've got something that any dumb kid around a campfire could make, s'mores, but we're fancifying them, schmore j'adore.
Okay, and something needs to be done to these, I've been told?
Yeah, so Trevor and I are just going to do some fun stuff, if that's okay, really quick.
Okay, well,
Yes,
let's
yes.
bring the lights down.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what you're doing. Oh, you're doing a cheap lighter?
Yeah.
What are you pouring on there?
That's vodka I got from the gas station.
Cheap vodka?
Yeah, I got it from the gas station.
It's so cheap.
Nicole, do you need some help?
I think
it
so,
working?
Trevor.
I'm gonna give you a little.
Your cheap ways aren't working.
It's not. Thank you, Trevor.
Oh, yeah, we got some flamage.
Keep going.
We had some flamage.
Keep going.
I mean, it's hard to start a forest fire in Alabama. I've tried several times. Everything is so wet.
Thank you, guys. So what makes this fancy?
So we use gourmet honey-infused marshmallows with some champagne truffles imported from Switzerland.
Oh, bless you.
When you
Bless
start talking
you.
about truffles, I get sneezy.
God bless you. And then we used fancy homemade graham crackers. I made them myself. And then for the cheap bake Alaska, we used cheap Neapolitan ice cream. We made a meringue with just egg whites and sugars, and then I took dollar store pound cake and put it on the base.
What kind of chocolate did you say this was?
So these are champagne truffles from Switzerland. It's a very famed chocolatier restaurant in Beverly Hills.
the most expensive s'more I've ever eaten.
You dropped a very expensive truffle just on the
How
desk.
expensive is it?
So it's $26.50 for the two of them, and then your cheap bake Alaska's $5.99.
That's pretty good, but I think I actually might prefer just a regular s'more.
The chocolate, it really came through, but everything else tasted kind of like no different.
Honestly, I just kind of miss just regular milk chocolate on that.
All right, so we need to hack into this thing?
Yeah,
How do
so
we...
just slice right into it with
Well,
that knife on the
act
side.
like you're in Alabama.
That was
Just stick a spoon into it and start going for it.
Now you call this a baked what? A baked Alaska.
Hold on, you know what? The people in Alabama are going to be really upset.
Well, the people where I'm from talk like this too.
I know, yeah. I mean, I was born in Georgia, y'all. I know what's up.
My people are your people in that way. I don't want none of that strawberry chocolate.
Oh, look, there's cake on the bottom.
I just want that vanilla and chocolate.
This is good. I don't care if you're not from Alabama.
Yeah. This is the one. Did y'all agree?
That's so good.
71% of the mythical beasts thought that you would like the expensive s'mores better.
Man,
I thought I did too.
Y'all really suck today.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you only got one right.
We're a lot more basic than you gave us credit for, I think is what we're
Yeah.
really punishing you for.
That means
Giving us too much credit.
that we're going to post that picture of us with the dirty mop on Instagram, and you have to respond with, that's a mop, we're a flop. You got to do it. We're forcing you.
Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
My name's Anna. I'm 19 years old from Manchester, New Hampshire. This is my baby lemon tree, Stevie, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
You hear that, Stevie?
Yeah,
you
the
got a
baby
lemon
lemon
tree.
Named
tree.
after you.
Ha!
Or just named the same as you. I couldn't really tell.
Click the top link to watch us decide what trashy things are actually a little bit fancy and go mythical more.
And to find out where the Wheel of Mythicality is going to land. Unleash your legendary style with our line of mythical grooming and personal care products. Available now at mythical.com.